My people, do me a favor, please, and hit that like button. Be greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you check out DNKKnives.com, and if you purchase something from there, you can use this coupon code Behind the Edge 10, and you will be getting yourself 10% off. Also, check out Green Valley Custom Knives. There will be information in the description for that particular place. If you would like to support the channel, there's a link to Patreon in the description, or you can join the My People channel membership, where you get some perks and stuff, and you also get my undying gratitude. Also, make sure that you support all the small channels out there and all the people who are very good to the community themselves. Today, we're going to talk about the Heretic Wraith. This is a Wraith manual, Tanto DLC, carbon fiber with Chemtina brass bolster. There's the price that it was at one time. I got this in on trade. Comes with a dip pack and yeah, normal stuff. Made in the USA. This is the Wraith manual Tanto in version 2. Sorry, my voice is really scratchy for no particular reason. It is numbered 362, and it has an LMAX blade that is just a smidge over 3.5 inches. It is a frame lock, but it is what is called a subframe lock, where it is bolted to the frame lock itself is bolted to the chassis. It is also an integral, and in this case, full titanium or full carbon fiber integral, which you would think would make it pretty light, but since it has the brass bolster on it, it is not very light. So, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, let's get a weight on this guy. We are at 5.6 ounces. So, not awful, but not great either. It doesn't bother me, the weight of it. I think it's just fine. So, got a lot of good here. This is just going to be an overview, by the way. I haven't had it long enough to be a review, but there will be a review down the road as far as how it performs. So first of all, we're going to look at this bolster. It was brass that they used some chemical of some sort, and they call it kind of a shipwreck. Trying to get it to focus here, guys. Anyway, it looks pretty cool. And then they clear coated it with something. So it might not be your thing, but I think it's okay. It's something different. The lock, pocket clip, pocket screws, and your pivot collar are all titanium. That is, like I said, is brass. So yeah, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good materials. It is technically flipper only, but the DLC is just rough enough that you can gain traction to reverse flick it, which is an absolute bonus for me because I'm not a fan of flipper only, typically. Guys, I'm sorry I have to keep pausing that. I have to clear my throat, and I don't want to do it right in the microphone, but it is extremely hot out here in the shop, so I'm going to make this kind of quick for you. Now, I apologize if I clear my throat too much. So, in hand, ergos are pretty decent. It does have a choil for forward choil. Can't speak either today. Awesome. And I've been told, and their website says that their blades are hand ground. I'm not 100% sure how true that is on this particular model, but it is ground very well. It is quite thin behind the edge for such a extremely thick blade stock, so it's working pretty good. Or it should cut really, really well. Let's say that. Another cool detail I thought was pretty cool is they put a relief on the pocket clip, so it goes in and out of the pocket much easier. It does have this ceramic ball, which some people don't like. It's not my favorite thing either, but it works pretty well. So in and out of the pocket is quite good, believe it or not. We have this giant I think that's probably a T15. It's definitely bigger than a T10. Let's see here. Yeah, that's huge. I'm going to guess and say a T15 pivot. We have T10 or T8, everything else. Let's check that. All right, T8, everything else. All right, get it right. T8 body screws, T10 clip, T15 pivot. So large hardware, which is a very good thing. Like I said at the beginning, this is an integral made out of one solid piece of carbon fiber, and this carbon fiber looks quite good. I don't see any voids to speak of. I think it's a cool thing that they did there. I think it's really neat. This bolster is connected to the carbon fiber with these 3 screws, but it's also dovetailed in to the carbon fiber. So it's not just screwed onto it, it is dovetailed under and in the middle of this bolster. So that's a neat touch. It gives it a little more rigidity. So I wouldn't consider this exactly a hard use knife, but I think it would hold up just fine. Lockup is solid all the way around. There is no lock bar insert, and nor does it need one in this case. Lockup is about 50%. Yeah, I'm digging it. Action, it is on bearings, but the action is not it's not the best, but it's not awful either. Again, it's brand new, so we'll see how it does. In the future, I would say it does have a crap ton of oil on it, and I did not do that, so I'm guessing that was on there from the previous owner, who said they had never carried or used it, so no big deal. It did come quite sharp, hair shaving sharp. I will, of course, sharpen it, put my edge on it just because that's what I do. And I got a bunch of smudges on here. Sorry about that. It is so hot out here. I can barely talk. And I'm going to cut this short. But I just wanted to show you there is some manual Wraiths out right now. The new version 3 and prototype. And I believe the full production ones are out now as well. They're all over the place. DLT has them. I believe DNK has them. They are titanium frame lock integrals. I don't know if they have any more of these, but you can find these pretty easily on the interwebs. So if you're interested, I would say you're doing pretty good. $450, so you're in the territory of the Sebenza and a lot of your Hinderer and stuff like that. So I don't think you're going to go wrong at all. I am going to do some cut testing with this, see how they did with the LMAX. I love LMAX. It's a great steel. Even Microtech's using it here lately as well with their M390 MK, their regular M390. But I did see a knife at Green Valley, Microtech, that was made this year that had LMAX. So they're bringing it back, and I think it's a cool thing. Alright guys, I'm not going to drag this out any longer. It's 475 degrees out here and I am melting. So make sure you're good to each other, love each other, and remember that life is short, so don't be a cunt. Also, we'll have more content in the next couple days. Later.